Good evening, dear students. In today's English class, we are going to learn poem 4. We'll see the poem The Spider and the Fly, written by Mary Botham Hewitt. First, let's see about the poet. Mary Botham Hewitt was born on 12th March 1799 and died in the year 30 January 1888. She was born at Colford in Gloucestershire. She was an English poet, essayist, translator, and historian. She was educated at home and read widely. She commenced writing verses at a very early age. Together with her husband, William Hewitt, she wrote over 180 books. Okay, next let's see her poem, The Spider and the Fly. Before we move into the poem, I would like to put you a question. How will you make your sister or brother to eat vegetables like greens, bitter gourd when they don't like it? What we'll do? We'll use some sweet words or kind words to make them to eat veggies and fruits. Right? Okay. The next. You'd all know the Little Red Riding Hood. Right. To believe that it was a grandmother, the wolf uses kind words and sweet words to attract the little girl to attack her and to eat her. Right. So, in the same way, the spider is also using the same thing in this poem. So, it uses sweet words, flattering words to deceive the fly which flies around its web. Let's see how the spider attracts the fly. The main theme of the poem is never pay attention to false words and evil counselors. So that's the main theme of this poem. Never pay attention to false words and evil counselors. Okay. Okay, now let's get into the poem. Let me read out the stanza. Will you walk into my parlor? Said the spider to the fly. This the prettiest little parlor that ever you did spy. The way into my parlor is up a winding stair, and I have many curious things to show when you are there. Oh, no, no, said the little fly, to ask me is in vain. For who goes up your winding stair can never come down again. So here, the spider asked the fly to visit its parlor, the most prettiest parlor that anyone could might seen. To reach the parlor, the fly has to come to the web of the spider. It also says there is many curious things are there to see in the parlor. To see no one have in any parlor. Okay. Then moving on to the next stanza. I'm sure you must be weary, dear, with soaring up so high. Will you rest upon my little bed? Said the spider to the fly. There are pretty curtains drawn around. The sheets are fine and thin. And if you like to rest a while, I'll snugly tuck you in. Oh, no, no, said the little fly, for I have often heard it said, they never, never wake again who sleep upon your bed. So here, the spider and the fly teaches the reader not to be misled by flattery and be trapped. Here a spider lures a fly to enter its web, upon which he can feast upon her. He invites the little fly to enter its pretty parlor using the winding stairs, since there are so many curious things to see there. The fly refuses by saying that whoever enters the parlor can never be freed. Okay, then moving on to the next answer. Said the cunning spider to the fly, dear friend, what can I do to prove the warm affection I have always felt for you? I have within my pantry good store of all that's nice. I'm sure you're very welcome. Will you please to take a slice? Oh, no, no, said the little fly. Kind sir, that cannot be. I have heard what's in your pantry, and I do not wish to see. So the spider further persuades the fly, saying that she must be tired by flying so high, and that she can come and take rest in his bed. For this, the fly replies that she had heard that whoever sleeps in his bed never wakes up again. The spider then tries to tempt the fly, asking her to come and see his pantry where all nice things are available for her to taste and see. Okay, then next answer. Sweet creature, said the spider, you're witty and you are wise. How handsome are your gauzy wings! How brilliant are your eyes! I have a little looking glass upon my parlor shelf. If you will step in one moment, dear, you shall behold yourself. I thank you, gentle sir, she said, for what you are pleased to, and bidding you good morning now, I'll call another day. The spider turned him round about and went into his den, for well he knew the silly fly would come soon back again. So he wove a subtle web in a little corner sly and set his table ready to dine upon the fly. So here in these lines, the fly answers the spider saying, I have already heard what is available in your pantry, and I am not willing to see them. When all the attempts failed, the spider praises the fly, saying that she is very witty and wise with her gauzy wings and brilliant eyes. He asks her to come and have a look in the mirror that he has in his parlor. For this is the fly thanks him and says she will come some other day. The spider, knowing that the fly has been flattered and will surely come to his web, makes ready his table to dine upon the fly. The next answer. Then he came out to his door again and merrily did sing, come hither, pretty fly, with a pearl and silver wing. Your robes are green and purple, there's a crust upon your head. Your eyes are like the diamond bright, but mine are dull as lead. Alas, alas, how very soon the silly little fly, hearing his willy flattering words, came slowly flitting by with buzzing wings. She hung aloft, then nearer drew, thinking only of her brilliant eyes and green and purple hue, thinking only of her crested head. Poor foolish thing. The next, at last, up jumped the cunning spider and furiously held her fast. He dragged her up his winding stair into his dismal den within his little parlor, but she now came out again. And now, dear little children, who may this story read, to idle, silly, flattering words, I pray you never give heed, and to an evil counselor, close heart and ear and eye, and take a lesson from this tale of the spider and the fly. So here, then the spider comes out and starts to sing, merrily describing the beautiful features of the fly, once again comparing it with his. After hearing these words, the fly cannot resist herself from thinking about her beauty and falls into the spider's web. The spider quickly grabs her and traps her in his den, from where she never comes out. The poet now asks the little children not to fall a prey to such silly, flattering words, and also never listen to an evil counselor. So, here the word flattering means to praise. Okay, so here the poet now asks the little children not to fall a prey to such silly, flattering words, and also never listen to an evil counselor. That's the end of the poem, children. So here, conclusion of the poem. The poet concludes saying that not all praise or advice is genuine. So, little children must be careful of whom to listen to. In real life, some humans are more worse than the spiders. So, that's the lesson we can learn from this poem. I hope you understood the poem, children. Go through the poem until you understand. Thank you, students. Have a nice day.